Hello everyone, this is a Greyshot 117. I bring you another COH2 replay. This is a 2v2 on a map I've not seen in quite some time. Snare Stout, hopefully I am saying that correctly, probably not, whatever. We have, let's see, 2 Vermach, HSP, and Isaac. Garcia, Contreras, yeah, again, just gonna call him Isaac. Damn it. Mastercraft and Nadzinidor. I guess Garcia was probably a better name than that. But in any case, Nadzinator is not the person who submitted this in. HSP is not the person who submitted this in. That would be Mastercraft. Thank you very much, Mastercraft, for submitting this replay. Let's double check their ranks real quick before I get off this screen. And it looks like the Axis have a slight edge. Again, the nice thing is we're going to be seeing a lot more mobile play because, again, OKW is a little bit more static. So is the British. So the fact that we're seeing an American and Soviet makes me think we're going to be a lot more mobile. But that being said, I literally see multiple MGs being made. So MG spam much? Maybe? Alright, we have actually a lot of frontline infantry, which is probably going to be a great deterrent for MGs because they can just get around. Anyway, before I get too much into this replay, I also want to say, I want to thank my Patreon supporters like Ace, Delta, Tim, Leo, Nick, Joey, and... oh boy. Oh my god, get chased. No! Thank you so much for your awesome support. You all rock. Seriously, thank you. Seriously, for all your support. In any case, the one thing I also want to say is if you want to submit your own replay, you can do so via my YouTube channel. Go to my Gmail or my Facebook. You can find the links actually down below. And submit that replay and I will take a look. So what we're seeing is a lot of heavy cover kind of scattered about. Not really a lot of buildings, but just a lot of defensive cover. Definitely a lot of negative cover with the roads, but plenty of small stuff in trenches and everything else for good defensive play. So it is a larger map, so we'll see how things go. I'm going to make the assumption that probably in the beginning the Allies will do rather well as long as they can keep flanking these MGs. As long as they keep their infantry mobile and keep flanking them, I think they should be fine. But we'll see how things go. 2 men capturing the point. Sure, it works. Mastercraft went tactical support. Alright, very interesting. We have a strafing run. We have recon, half track for transport, a nice light machine gun to light down the enemy, or mow down the enemy, and a Calliope, which is great for killing blobs infantry. I wonder if we're going to see any blobs today. Probably. Probably. Grenadiers pushing on up, but this one's way too weak. I would pull that back immediately before the conscripts kill it. Looks like he might be trying to, but I think he's probably going to escape. Conscripts, unfortunately, were told to attack target, got pulled out, and then the Grenadiers just massacred them as they turned the corner. Additional conscripts coming in could use that heavy cover to blindside them. We have an MG that's literal. Wow, it's defensive guys, like the 3 guys there that are just like on standby, actually push back the infantry. Very rarely do I see a infantry that weak that those men can actually hold something back. So good job. Good job on that part. Anyway, it looks like the Allies are doing actually pretty decent. They have middle under their control. They're taking that left star. The right one is under Axis control. And look, he's trying to barbed wire this area, which is interesting. I guess he wants to try to make sure there's a flank. Did that Jeep just move? I swear to God, I thought I saw it just pop up. But in any case, what they might try to do is put down a bunker right here to stop forces from coming in. And maybe just put a bunker down here or something to stop infantry from just using Minesweeper to get through. But we'll see. American forces are just cutting up straight through. And actually should be decapping a certain point. With that point gone, they're no longer going to get this point within their supply lines, which is going to decrease it to a point where the Allies have equal amounts of fuel and actually way more munitions. Oh yeah, because the Axis haven't captured the munitions yet. Riflemen just mowing down, pushing back the mortar. Not really doing all that much damage because, again, nice retreat time on HS. So good job for him. Let's see. Garcia picked Mechanized Assault Doctrine, so he could maybe do really well if he deployed the Mechanized Assault Group and just literally had them go around and just start mowing down American infantry. And again, that'll be American infantry that doesn't have Vet 1 because Panzer Grenadiers are very good close range, and as long as you have that half track kind of go around and kind of deal with that, that could really do some serious impact, especially for being very mobile. Conscripts being overwhelmed. I don't expect things to go well because once again that mortar is going to start targeting this conscript squad. Additional conscripts coming on in. Grenadiers still trying to hold, but one thing I will say is, like, there's cover right there. Good to get the cover. That or rifle grenade. I'm just saying, he was all grouped up. Rifle grenade would have been awesome. Mortars coming down, but alas, just not getting all that much in terms of damage. A lot of conscripts moving in from multiple directions. MG quickly trying to place itself down, but in the wrong goddamn direction, and now it's to retreat. So good job on that part. This pretty much break of the front is going to allow the conscript squad to pretty much take a lot of territory. Once again, very smart how he's going for this point to decap the capture point, so that way the enemy doesn't get those supplies from the points over here. Again, very good. Grenadiers on standby. Negative cover, though, for probably should move over here to the sandbags for some heavy cover. Again, I love how this conscript guy is mainly focusing on cover. And unfortunately the Axis player, I'm not seeing as much. At least not as quickly as the Soviet player, and trying to move and keep their men alive in the cover. Meanwhile, how's the American player doing? Well, he has 2 fighting positions down. Most likely just trying to hold the front. That mortar is going to be a pain, though there isn't really anything. Oh, never mind, there is. There's one MG that actually I think might be facing the wrong direction. But if he comes this way, there's no way the MG can block all targets. You have smoke, right? Yeah, you do, but you don't have the grenade ability. Oh, wait. Yep, you don't have the grenade ability. You need the grenade ability, man. You need the grenade ability. Again, if you're wondering what I'm talking about, this sucker. Anyway, conscripts moving on up, trying to hold off. We have all these guys just trying to hold on to the front line as long as possible. But MG, flamethrower unit, and mortar teams opening fire. Plus, nice job with the Axis. Garcia put down this bunker, kind of heal up his men, keep them on the front. Not a bad idea. MG just trying to suppress them. We'll see how far and how long that can keep going for. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Axis will recapture this territory, and it does suck because I feel like the conscripts should have retaken this point here, because right now they're losing via the points. But it isn't too bad yet. It isn't too bad. Right now we have conscripts moving on up. Unfortunately, another MG. So we have 2 MGs here, and we have 2 MGs over here. Okay. I wouldn't say that's necessarily a spam. It is an annoyance, though. And right now, I have not seen the allies effectively counter the MGs. Though, the American player is getting a Stuart. And the Stuart is very good at killing infantry, except for one German unit, which is the Grenadier Squad. Not these assault grens, just normal Grenadiers, because of the Panzerfaust. Well, I think it's 4 Panzerfaust, and a Stuart blows up to Kingdom Come. One will cripple its engine easily. So yeah, you have to really worry about these units getting close. And the best thing to do is actually just target other support weaponry and just keep your distance from the Grenadiers. And as long as you can also kind of lead the Grenadiers around, you don't have to worry, because again, they'll just slowly be picked off by the Stuart's main gun. That being said, assault grens are a completely different story. You could charge right into that hot mess and they can't do a damn thing. Again, they're designed to break up enemy positions, grouped enemy positions. Not really effective at all against armor. So their bullets are just gonna bounce. They can throw grenades, but it's not gonna do a damn thing. And they're just gonna, wreck infantry, not armor. The armor is gonna wreck them. Looks like the fighting position actually survived. They were able to push up and at least push back the mortar. They weren't able to kill it, but they did push it back. Which is also weird how these mortars, which I'll give it this, have not gotten a ton of kills. I'm actually quite surprised about. Anyway, conscripts doing once again another assault. We have a bunker going down. Okay, we have a MG there. Once again, this still allows the flanking over here, but whatever. MG could possibly open fire on that position, which exactly it's doing. We have a great grenade done by those assault grens. And with the MG plus assault grens moving up, that conscript squad is not going to survive. Why did he throw the Molotov cocktail that way, of all places? Did you think he was going to go around you? I know exactly where they're going to go. Speaking of where they're going to go, this guy, HS, is retreating all his forces back to base because he has no AT. Nor did he place any teller mines, from what I can tell, which is a bit of a mistake. I don't know, I'm a teller mine kind of guy. Make sure that any light vehicle blows up, if at all possible. We do have Panzer Grenadiers, and looks like he may be trying to get the Panzer Strike upgrade and this. pack gun, kind of move it up for some effective AT. We'll see what happens. All right, what are you building right now? So we got the... Okay, we got the first Soviet building down for armor. He hasn't picked the second one yet. He very well could. Germans have gone through and gotten the second, Battle Phase 2. Also getting on Battle Phase 2. We'll see how that goes. I want to say that most likely one of them will have to go Battle Phase 2 because the Allies are already getting out armor. And I feel like you're going to need some type of light to medium armor on the German side to counteract that. It doesn't necessarily have to be a battle tank like a Panzer IV, but an Ostwind would be amazing versus all these conscripts. Stug, I wouldn't say. Probably an Ostwind would be good. I'm trying to think. I mean, Stug would be fine against armor, but I'm seeing a lot more infantry like focus here. And as long as you have a pack gun, if they bring out a Sherman, which I think they're doing right now. Hold on. Oh, sorry, T-70. Fuck, I'm a Soviet player. Jesus Christ. Are you bringing out a... No, you're not even close to bringing out a Sherman. Okay, never mind. Yeah, T-70 would also get mowed by an Ostwind. Oh, no. Molotov cocktail, beautiful position. Making sure the Grenadiers retreat. With them retreating, there's nothing stopping those conscripts from coming around and flanking. Molotov cocktail missing the mark just slightly. And all the sport weaponry once again retreats. I swear to God, Nadzinator, I capture this point. Like, seriously. Go tell your men, go capture the point. I'm assuming Mass Panzerfaust is what happened to you. Pack gun, you got a little bit of damage, okay. And this guy retreated, so yeah, most likely he went in for the Panzerfaust and pack gun hit him once. That being said, he's going to retreat back to base. Probably before that pack gun can even get in range. Especially if he can use the cover. Hold on. I don't think he can see him with the pack. He's too far back. Yeah. But now the Allies have played their hand by going a lot of light armor. So if I was the Axis, I would absolutely go medium armor to counteract that and just crush all that light. Even the Ostwind, maybe not designed to fight light armor. Its main gun is pretty damn good at fighting it and pushing it back. So that's what I would suggest. But again, right now we have that bunker being torn apart. Panzer Grenadiers moving on up. We have a flamethrower unit here that could do quite a bit of damage. But in any case, T-70 just trying to pick off some Grenadiers before it gets in close for the Panzerfaust. Again, as long as it keeps doing this technique of just stopping, going, stopping, going. But again, that requires a lot of focus, and you want to make sure that all your other units are not in harm's way while doing it. So, oh boy. Grenadiers being pushed back. We have armor-piercing rounds on standby. This T-70's like, I got this, and the Stug's like, hell no. Stug is good. Stug is good at fighting against armor. But that being said, it's only good against this armor. Don't expect to do much against infantry. Beautiful hit. It looks like the bunker is saved at the last moment. Armor-piercing rounds pushing back the infantry, and the T-70 gets blown to Kingdom Come. Good job, Stug. I'll give you that. I don't like the Stug as much, especially because I think their next patch is going to be, like, making, devaluing the Stug a bit. But it's an okay unit, especially if you need to fight, if you have an armor problem. It's a good substitute. And looks like with all that, the Germans have refortified the left-hand side. Why? Oh, okay. Grenadiers are here. Why would you have your... Yeah, that Pioneer squad needs to come down here and save that bunker. It's barely alive. Those Grenadiers are going to massacre that conscript squad just because, again, they're Vet 2, they have an MG42, and they're just going to keep wrecking. So, anyway, let's check back on the right, and we have the Stuarts. Oh, boy. Actually, once again, HS is retreating. What happened? Oh, my God. You probably... Okay, this would probably happen. He probably had the pack gun, but the Stuart's like, hey, I can do roundy... Like, I can go, like, goddamn circles around it. And pretty much annihilate it. We have Soviet combined arms. This is a concern, but one positive is, while they don't have heavier armor or a heavier tank destroyer, like battle tank, whatever, they do have heavy artillery designed for both a lot of infantry and a lot of like harder targets with these 152s. So if you can get the IL-2 bomb strike combined with the recon, that'll also be a good hit to fight off German emplacements. But once again, I'm going to make the assumption he's not going to go emplacements. Like, you go elephant, you can go fortifications or mechanized. Actually, you know what? He's probably going to go. I just realized. Fortified armor, probably I wouldn't go. I'd probably go to... I don't know. Defensive doctrine? Maybe I would go fortified armor. Because, yeah, you get the elephant, you get command... I'd probably go fortified armor. Yeah, thinking about it, I probably would. I wouldn't go this because, again, I feel like that the bombing strikes and artillery would smash this. Not so much an elephant. And once again, I'm of the mindset that you don't pick the same doctrine twice. So, and again, if you don't know what your allies have gone, click this button during a game to show player stats. And during the game, it'll show you every single player's commander. And it's extremely helpful. Oswin coming on in to just help mow down infantry. Americans got their own AT gun. Now that's... Oh my god, Americans have 3 AT guns. Oh, no. He's activating special armor-piercing rounds, but he hasn't really focused in on armor. Oswin just going in balls deep, trying to kill that. But we have the pack lying in wait. God damn, that's amazing. Beautiful hit. And the Oswind is taken out. When your own pack gun kills your unit. Fuck. That's where it's like, oh, good thing we took that. Can I see the... Is that the guy inside? I think I can see his head, like, sticking out. Oh, yeah, that was him. That was absolutely a crew stuck in there. That's cool. I mean, that's terrifying that his head's sticking out. Like he's, like, deformed or something. But whatever. Conscript squads, I'm assuming, throwing AT grenades on the Stug. But again, so much infantry. Oh, we have also guards troops, which is definitely helpful. And it looks like they got upgraded to do extra damage against armor. But one thing I will say... Oh, nope, they have an AT gun. Every time I say, oh, well, it may not be enough AT, they're like, one-upping it, one-upping it. Very nice. Stug needs to pull the fuck back, because right now they can see it. Well, I thought they could. They can do direct target. Oh, yep, he's doing direct shots. That's what he's doing. AT gun a little too close and not a lot of infantry. Nice job, Soviet player, for recapturing that point. American player is also, once again, remember, they have both munitions. So right now the Allies are getting a ton of munitions right now. But the question is actually quite simple. Even with all this, how are they doing population-wise? And actually, the Mastercraft is doing fantastic. He has a 70-point army. He has a huge army built with support weaponry, frontline troops. He just needs himself his own tank. Like actual frontline battle tank, not so much a Stuart. No offense. HS taking quite a lot of casualties from Mastercraft. Garcia and Nadzinator have been kind of going more toe-to-toe with each other and kind of been trading blows back and forth. But that said, I think that overall, I think Nadzinator is slowly pushing back the German player more so. We have recon going on the right, and again, that's just helping the American player just help bust through. Yes, he's putting down the MG and it can activate armor-piercing rounds, but don't expect it to do all that much. Although I will say that HS has put down a lot of Wait, is that cache even done? That cache is not done. Why is this cache not done? I would say put down a lot of caches, but you only put down one actual. Armor-piercing rounds doing actually a decent amount of damage for, you know, armor-piercing rounds. Again, don't expect it to murder the tank outright, but once again, it is a tank, and at least you're doing something to it. It did a little bit of damage to it. Alas, it was not enough. Grenadiers moving on up to counteract the guards troops. Stug on standby, just picking off the conscript squads. Oh boy. Again, that MG is pretty much hoping it out. And yeah, the main gun can sometimes get kills, but once again, this is... Oh wait! No, I'm sorry, I'm G, not E. I think it's the other Stug, but I forgot. No, the other Stug has A, a shorter barrel, and B, it looks like a goddamn Brumbar shot. What do we have? We have an AT gun now on standby to help push back that Stug. And if the Stug doesn't move, it's fucked. Alright, it's not going to fire, so it's not longer in range. All he has to do is send one infantry in over there to get sight. We have Garcia trying to come in against the American player. But he fucked up because, again, he has nothing to counteract the Stuart. And Stuart, even though he did push back the, rear echelon forces. We have a Oswind coming in because, again, he's like, second Oswind, I got this. Garcia's absolutely saving up for a Tiger, and that might help him. Might. Wow, okay, Oswind coming in to scare off the Stuart. But, once again, there's plenty of American AT in really good positions, mind you. I love this, like, defensive position the AT guns in, because it actually looks like something that, you know, American forces would use. Like, just put the barrel right over, kind of keep it steady. And also, that way the men are secure and safe. So very nice on that part. We have Sherman also moving in, trying to pick off some of the support weaponry. Sure, he can activate armor piercer rounds on that thing, but it's not going to do really any damage. Oswin and Stug in the background. Again, we still have AT, which is just opening fire all of this. Bad positioning, by the way. Why would you have it face this? I don't know. I would kind of face this way. But it looks like the Oswin's not really focusing on trying to get out of there. And, yeah, it got decrewed. You could recrew it, which would be a bad idea. My guess would probably be you repair it as much as possible. Then, and only then, you get inside. Because, again, if it's in the same situation you get in right now, it's going to die instantly. That being said, you need to do something to lure away all the allied AT to get it out of there. And a Tiger tank on the front lines is exactly what you need. That being said, we have 2 AT guns on standby opening fire on that Tiger. Plus a Stuart, which can go in for a damage engine on the flank if he's good. If he can quickly move there. Unfortunately, it looks like he can't get around the Tiger, so he's going to pull back a little bit. I think we have a P-47 strafe coming in. No, we have... Is that light artillery barrage? Did you call it light artillery barrage there? It's not smoke. I was like, the fuck? It's not... I guess you want to stop them from advancing, but no one's advancing? Okay. Conscript squad trying to stop the Oswind, and with that AT gun still there, yeah, they managed to stop the Oswind. So good job on that part. Tiger tank has to pull on back. Did you get this thing? You have not finished that. That is so freaking weird. Maybe you forgot about it, you see it, and you're like, oh, it's done, but you're not gaining munitions from it. At least I don't think you're gaining munitions from it. You are finally gaining munitions from this point, so you recaptured that, and finally recapturing this point over here, and this point over here gives you a slight lead in terms of overall munitions, which is getting you just ahead of the Allies by 1. I'm sorry, by 10 points. You're also ahead in fuel, so the Allies are going to definitely be suffering in that regard. We have a T-34, pretty good against, you know, infantry and armor alike, but don't expect it to fight off a Tiger. That being said, one of my favorite things to do is ram the T-34 into the Tiger and then let my AT guns do the work. Because, oh boy, you know what's better than a Tiger that is dead? A Tiger that's so crippled it can't move and it knows it's gonna die. That's my favorite. And remember, German Tiger tanks, not actual Tigers. Although I just learned that apparently Texas has the second largest population of, was it Bengal Tigers? And I'm just like, gee, why? 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 This is like, if The Last of Us happens, it's like, first objective is get out of Texas, because there'll be a Bengal Tiger population before you know it. AT guns just once again pushing back the Tiger. And it's weird because, again, you figure he would try to get a Panzerwerfer to try to counteract a lot of the artillery, not artillery, the AT guns, because right now we have 3 AT guns lined up in a row, all focused on that Tiger because they know exactly where it is, ready to fire. And also, again, we have recon currently out, so the Allies get a better idea of where it is. Plane crashed into the German base. Would have been amazing if he killed something, but alas, nothing. HS is getting heavy Panzer Corps and has enough fuel, so once again, I feel like, again, I think Panzerwerfer I feel would be good, but I have a strange inclination he's going to get the Elephant tank destroyer. We're mostly focusing on infantry, which is why I'm like, neither one of these are like preferable for especially like a 2v2, but whatever, at least you have it. I would still have to say the Elephant would be better than the Pack Voice 3, especially if you can get the command tank to help the defensive bonus on all these. Nice shot, knocking out the T-34. Double AT gun, though, on standby. Oh, my God. Now, the other American AT guns are opening fire. Stewart pushing on the right. We still have a pack gun over here. Unfortunately, got a new one. Misses the shot. Stewart pulls back and just takes some minor damage. Nothing too major. Healing up the Sherman. With that, with explosive rounds, should be pretty good. We have a 3-star Stewart right now. Holy crap. That's pretty effective. Again, better ease of movement, accuracy and rate of fire, and recon training. Very nice. Again, so let's see. Greater sight. Wow, Tiger Tank. You know he's trying to throw an AT grenade at you, right? Or at least I thought he was. I don't know why he isn't. Tiger Tank, though, at least getting up to vet 1 and pulling the heck back. We have a lot of really highly rated Soviet troops. So while their armor has not been great, goddamn infantry has been on point. Mastercraft, again, doing also really well, though not as many vetted units, actually, come to think of it. Garcia has actually quite a number of vetted units, and looks like he's trying to bring up his own Heavy Panzer Corps. Very nice. And really, HS is dropping the ball here. I feel like HS is the one who just, like, can't get his shit together. That being said, Nadzinator is pushing farther up, while as Mastercraft is kind of just hanging back on the right. Though, nice push all the way up here, knocking out all the points on this right. So very nice job cutting off all those resources, pretty much forcing the Axis to, like, confront him and take that point back. Though I feel like that Conscript Squad's probably going to die. Yes, it is, unfortunately. Recon is going out. With all these positions down, unable to really, like, lock down and fortify, I'd absolutely push on up because they're technically outside their own territory. Come on, American forces. Oh, no. Oh, actually, Bundle Grenade didn't do as much as I thought it would. Anyway, forces pushing on up. Bar. Oh, sorry, not Bar. LMG opening fire. Not Bar. They have bazookas over here, but yeah, he got the LMG for better long range. You can tell because, again, of how it looks. Da-da-da-da. Look familiar? Also, that thing, I believe, does cost a little bit more. Yeah, it does. Than the Bar and the bazooka. But then again, it increases the effectiveness against infantry, so it's highly recommended. Sherman just going down to mow down some infantry. Why you're moving the pack gun up here by itself is beyond me. Right now, you can't afford to keep losing troops like this. HS, you need some armor stat. But once again, yep, there we go. He's going to deploy an Elephant. Guarantee. Yep, there it goes. Again, it's weird because you saw him that entire time saving up fuel, and you're like, yeah, he's gonna go for it because he could have got in another army unit a little while ago. He honestly could have. Now, Elephant, very, 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 very good against armor. I think the Yag is slightly better because I have a tendency for the Elephant to miss a few more shots, but the Elephant is still pretty damn effective overall against armor. Now, here's the question, though. Here's the question, mind you. Will the Elephant have a big enough impact on Master... Oh, no, we lost to Stewart. Fuck. We'll have a big enough impact to push back Mastercraft. And it's a dual-edged question. Because, yes, he has more than a firepower deal with the armor, but I feel like the armor is not something... It's not his main priority. It's just infantry. Because the infantry keeps coming back. As long as, like, the Sherman can deploy smoke to cover up the MG's line of sight and the infantry can push forward and get around those MGs... The infantry can just deal with the heavy armor. The Elephant can't really do it. If you thought Stu couldn't do much against the infantry, God, I mean, it can do some with especially with the MG mount. The Elephant has no ability. It doesn't have an MG42 on it. Its main purpose is to fight armor. That's it. That's all. Oh, with all the artillery coming down and some beautiful hits, they can only mean one thing. The Calliope is back in town. Oh. Yeah. Anyway, the Calliope, oh wow, and a howitzer, hello. Two very different artillery pieces, but again, both very effective what they do. This one's meant for a lot of static targets and a lot of forward positions for long range. Calliope's meant for not as long range, but very good against fighting what is it, large groups of infantry and whatnot. Though, at its prime, people would spam these and use them against armor. I have games on my channel where literally someone got 8 of these goddamn things and fired against King Tiger and killed it. Yeah, that wasn't OP at all. AT guns opening fire, but alas, having a hard time pushing back the Tiger. Come on, keep firing. Yes! Oh, shoot. Main Tiger's able to hold out. Needs to pull back and reman those things. Yeah, keep the 3-star one alive if possible. Meanwhile, on the right, Elephant on standby. We had the Sherman there, but oh boy, that did a lot of damage. Light artillery barrage. I mean, infantry is coming up, so maybe you saw them coming up and you're trying to neutralize them. Good hit, by the way. So it looks like you're able to stop at least one infantry unit. MG stopping the infantry from coming up. Though the one counterpoint is the pack gun. Remember that pack gun that they stole from you? Yeah, it's still doing quite a bit. Guard troops also trying to come in, but again, they have so many MGs guarding the front. The Germans have pretty much locked down the Allies' way of advance. This far left flank is probably the only opportunity they have to really break through. We have an Oswin now also to pretty much shoot down enemy, shoot down enemy planes. So at least the Axis can keep the skies clear. Artillery is coming in, though it is so far away, it's having trouble like hitting targets. It can actually still take out the bunker and get some, points, but once again, this is more of an annoyance more so than actually doing a ton of damage. But hey, I'd rather be an annoyance. AT grenade, come on, do it. There we go. Fire AT gun again. Main gun. Oh, just out of range. Awesome, gonna shoot down that plane, I assume. Oh my god, that was close to seeing some allied forces. AT gun's still on standby. We still have all 3. Mastercraft could very easily knock out that Osman if he's long to keep sight. Alas, the smoke kind of blocks that. American forces try and knock out that pack gun. I guess try to... it's not going to be enough. They need additional smoke. They need smoke cover if they're going to advance. They could come around this way, but it looks like there's a minefield over here, so that might be a little bit harder said than done. Calliope's firing, got a beautiful shot in that engineer squad. So, unfortunately, Pioneer squad. So that Pioneer squad's no longer going to be able to kill the Elephant, meaning any damage it takes is going to be a little bit more critical for HS. I mean, he's probably going to pull that thing back so it doesn't take as much damage, which might give the Allies an opportunity to push if the Elephant isn't so much watching that point. Tiger once again pushing on in. Once again, I find it weird how he doesn't come this way. Like, instead, he keeps charging these AT guns head on. We have the artillery currently coming in, but again, AT guns are like, that's funny. You still forgot about us. AT guns are trying to hold back that Tiger and giving everything they got. Looks like they're pushing it back just barely. Good job on them. But they need a little bit more. They need something like a conscript squad on standby so that way you can run up, throw an AT grenade on it, pin it, and that way you can neutralize it. We have, again, we do have an enemy recon available and currently active above the Allies. And the problem about that is the Allies don't have any AA, so right now the Axis can call down direct strikes and whatnot on these positions. Nice job. I think you called that light barrage like slightly behind it. Try to neutralize it. Though it looks like the AT guns are relatively safe. Unfortunately, oh boy, the engineer squad, I can't say the same. But hey, hopefully they can make it through. Sherman just knocked out that enemy unit, and once again, HS is just still losing quite a bit of men. Like, Garcia at least is, keeping a steady army, though a lot of his vetted troops have died. Oh my god. If he gets one shot right here, that'll be GG. Like, that would wipe out so many of his men, but I think he's focusing on the left side in this general area more so than the right. Or here, I guess? I'm kind of actually confused where he's hitting. Okay, like this area then? Sure. Fortunately, it looks like some American or Guards forces were lost. I'm guessing Guards from... Yeah. I thought he had 2. I originally thought he had 2. Anyway, so what could the Axis do right now? Once again, the Allies are kind of grouped up. Best thing right now is that continue to hold him back. Maybe send a light detachment with the Tiger to take this point so you can get all 3 points and start draining the Allies dry. One thing, though, is the Allies are still losing points now as quickly, but they are. So as long as you keep doing that, they will eventually win. They just need to hold on to that middle point at all costs. You have a conscript squad being pushed up. MG squad slowly holding him back. Grenadier squad needs to move up and assist because, you know, Elephant's going to have a hard time fighting that. Oswin shot down the plane. Oh, look! Remember how I said he should push on... Oh, no. Well, tell her mine. Drop some smoke, maybe? Calliope calling in a strike over here. Try to knock out the mortar, it looks like. And unfortunately, the Grenadier squad is right there as well. American forces cutting right through. Seeing the minefield and just going around it. Sherman pulling back. Maybe going to try to repair itself. A lot of bazooka teams right now, so that's actually going to do quite a bit. Maybe fire an AT grenade as well. There we go. Fired it. Knocked out its main gun. It's being knocked out. Plane gone down. Again, that was a Soviet one. If I had to make an assumption, it was a recon plane to keep themselves still able to see the, what's it called? The Elephant. Elephant's badly damaged, and unfortunately that Pioneer squad had to pull back. So, yeah. It's going to take some time before that thing comes back on the front. We have a Panzerwerfer now to help with artillery. I feel like it's a little bit late on that. Enemy recon coming in. Again, Germans doing everything they can. I'm actually surprised they're doing this, because usually it's like, okay, we're going to charge. Why? You don't need to take any more territory from the Axis, from the Allies. Okay, yes, you do. The far left star point, you should probably take. But middle, it's like you want to make sure you always have infantry there in case they try to decap it. You can send a troop there in just real quick, especially assault grens, because again, their speed would probably be the best for that. So, kind of curious on that. Looks like he got another AT gun and maybe trying to reman the third one. I mean, to be fair, one more AT gun is probably what they need to finish off that Tiger. Alright, probably also need to make sure these are repaired, because once again, you see the health bar on there. They will take damage over time, and they can't get to a point where they're slowly just... they'll pretty much fail. They'll pretty much lose health and then just break apart. Elephant slowly being killed. Calliope's opening fire. Where? I don't know. Oh, they're trying to deal with the MG. MG gonna retreat in the hail of rockets. Oh, very close to dying, but managed to survive. Panzerwerfer moving up at the wrong time. Sherman just rolling on in. The trench is stopping it, though. Though, I will say it would be amazing if there were troops inside and went over it. The tank just goes straight over. That, again, just like the... oh, Panzerwerfer coming in. Decent shot. Actually, do quite an awesome shot. Stopped the infantry in its tracks and held them, pinned them down. Double AT gun. The Elephant's pinned because of his position. Why he chose that, I don't know. He's going to try to back up. We'll see if that happens. But the smoke is at least allowing it some time. It looks like, yes, it's going to be able to pull back right outside the AT gun's range. Pack gun moving on up, though. Sherman is probably the best thing they have with explosive rounds to deal with it if they can get around it. But again, that Elephant could also get some pop shots off. Nice job using the terrain. The pack gun can't hit it through there. A lot of infantry all grouped up. Maybe just keep the assault grens here and send the other two to flank the Sherman. Also, I'm very surprised we have not seen a direct strike on this. Because you figure a light artillery barrage, you would probably use on it to knock it out. But no, it's still firing. And right now, it's probably still hitting this guy's base, I would make the assumption. Yep. And now, because again, it's up to Vet 2, you got more shells hitting it, which means more damage, which means, Axis, what are you doing? It's gotten 9 kills, so it's not exactly doing an amazing job, but hey, it's doing enough to where it's, hurting the enemy base quite a bit. And that's just over time, because he's just not focusing on it. So, yeah, that could be definitely a big problem for the Axis. And again, he's focusing on Garcia? I'm actually kind of curious why he would vote. Maybe it's because he saw they're more grouped up. Panzerwerfer firing. Try to knock out the AT guns. Looks like we got one barely alive, but once again, Vet 3, Jesus. Great job on that one. A lot of infantry moving on up. Plane crashed in the back toward the Axis lines. 3 AT guns. If I had to say anything, it's just like, goddamn, this is where AT guns come into play. Like, seriously. Like, this is the point where AT guns are just like, yeah, we're going to push the enemy back, and there's nothing they can do. Which is good play. Again, a lot of people are like, I need a tank to fight tanks. Like, no, AT guns are still valuable, even late game. And it's just if you use them correctly. You don't need to get a Jackson or an Su-85 to fight a tank destroyer, because again, you're fighting a tank destroyer. Then even though you are a tank destroyer, you're technically still a tank. So it's still going to be super effective against you. Pack guns are infantry. Tank destroyers can't do much against them. Tanks can, but that's because their gun is more all-purpose. So we'll see how things go as they continue their advance. Once again, I'm kind of curious. The Allies have retaken this the middle point. Left-hand side, still no contention. One Tiger tank going over there would literally clear it. Maybe it's just like hindsight's 20/20, but that's something I would be like, hey, can you go that way? Hey, can you swing that way? Maybe not, but you know. Calliope opening fire on this position. Tiger just pushing on through and being like, hey, conscripts, back up, please. Thank you. Have a good day. MG trying to hold out, but again, it's a Tiger. Can't do anything against it, so Tiger's just going to slowly whittle down that cover and then take out the MG itself. Pioneer squads are there. AT guns are, or AT gun is moving up. The other two are currently out. I forgot you have camouflage, yeah. Oh, AT gun's a little too close. And without much support, it needs more. It needs more. I don't know why it's camouflaged. You probably just went up there as quickly as possible. Second AT gun moving on up. Helping to push back Tiger. Now with the Vet 1. Third AT gun now up on the lines, and the Tiger tank has to retreat. Pioneer squads, though, could do a decent amount of damage toward it, so it probably wants to pull back. Calliope's right there. Looks like enough AT fire was able to push back the Elephant a bit. Direct fire kind of missing the target. Panzerwerfer opening fire, most likely going to hit this point, if I had to make the assumption. Woo! Looked devastating, but barely did a damn thing. Again, Panzerwerfer actually, unfortunately, really good. Like, Katusha has a lot more explosive shots, so that thing can fire long range and still do a ton of damage. Panzerwerfer, you're going to need to be closer, because you need that circle to be very small, so that we can just tear apart enemy forces. We have a lot of Panzer Grenadiers moving on up. We have another Panzerwerfer. And this one, again, because they're more grouped up, definitely did it. I wonder how far that one was. Okay, that one wasn't far at all. Did quite a bit of damage, knocked out 3 support weapons, which is very, or 2 support weapons, and damaged a third infantry unit. So that's actually pretty damn good. Unfortunately for them, though, Mastercraft has goddamn 2,000 manpower on storage. And before you say, oh, Greyshot, he's hoarding. No, he's not. He's really, really not. That being, he could probably use another infantry unit, but to be fair, he did just lose a little bit. So again, he was higher, and also the fact it's like he's had a full army for this entire time, and there's not like, at least he has enough for reserves compared to the Axis that have a ton of fuel, but you can't say their manpower is in a good position or the munitions. I will say, Nadzinator, I'm very shocked you have not called in IL-2 bomb strikes. You figured they would be very effective against like an elephant that's kind of in the back, not really paying attention, etc. That's something I will criticize you on. Looks like we have a recon going out, but the enemy can't really call in any direct bombardment, so I don't know. I mean, I guess that you're just trying to identify. Recon's important, but also you don't want to waste it, because again, what are you learning right now? What you want to use recon when you're about to attack, or that you think that you're about to be attacked, and right now that's not the case. They're just the allies are just holding, like they're not moving at all. Okay, looks like the elephant might be trying to get some shots in. So maybe that's why he did it, so the elephant can pop shots. Ostwind coming in, but unfortunately, once again, bad move because of everything here. Yeah, drop smoke. Oh, you don't have enough resources. Well, that's your fault. I don't know. Like, I have recon. I'm going to hit the points. Okay, I'm going to sit in my Ostwind. Wait, no. Bad move, man. Bad move. Recon coming on in. We'll see how effective that one is. Just going over the area. With the Ostwind gone, they can't shoot it down, so I guess that's a positive. Tiger Tank, by the way, 3-star, 49 kills. God damn, that thing has taken a lot of hits, but it has survived throughout this entire engagement. So very nice job on that Tiger. I'll give you that. I'll absolutely give you that, Garcia. Great Tiger gameplay. I feel like the Soviet player could do a little bit more to kill it, but again, you've kept it alive so long, so I'll give you that, absolutely. Jesus Christ, I will not give you this. Artillery is about to kill your heavy Panzer Corps building. It's about to kill your medical bunker. What the fuck? Yeah, that artillery should be a way higher priority. Because it is slowly killing your base. I'm just pointing that out. If a command tank, this is what he needs on the front. But the artillery piece just barely misses and stops from being killed. AT guns opening fire, slowly pushing them back. And unfortunately, it did get decrewed by the Tiger, but hey, it did do what it needed to do before it died. It pushed back the Tiger tank. So good job on that part. Good job, man. Good job. We have Calliope on standby. We have 2. We have a lot of artillery. I feel like if you, oh my god, without the AT guns, you could really push with a lot of armor this way and just wreck the Allies. Because I'm looking at the Allies just overall, and they have a lot of they have a lot of AT guns, sure, and they have an A Jackson, but not a lot of armor. It's a lot of artillery. So, a big left hook, Garcia, would probably do you wonders. Even if you get Panzer IV to just take this point. This Concert Squad's been here for like 20 freaking minutes. And you know they're like, oh, thank God. It's like the... Oh, God. What's the best example? It's like the guy... Yeah, you know what? It's probably the German troops who were sent to like the spot Hitler truly believed the Allies were going to invade. So they're like fearing every single day that they're going to fight Allied forces on the beaches, and then they never happens, and then they hear, oh, they're attacking Normandy, and even though they're like, oh, that's a shame, secretly inside they're like, oh, at least we weren't the ones impacted by the Allies. Katusha opening fire. Looks like it's just trying to knock out that 3-star mortar. Again, nice defensive play. That Panzerwerfer pushing up a little too much might be a concern. Because one pack gun and boom. Especially if you open fire right now. Oh my god. Yep. The artillery gave it sight. Sight allowed the AT guns to get it fixed. The fix allowed them to fire and get a direct hit. I don't understand that, but sure. It looks like the Soviets actually do now have an AA gun, so that's pretty good. They can actually start shooting down some planes. AT gun on standby. Gonna try to hold. Finally, you guys try to push on left. Though there are a bunch of... well, okay, there's one mine. Dude, another thing. Mines. Mine up that area. Seriously. Did you place any more? Like, I don't see a lot of mines anywhere. Yeah, probably not. So yeah, looks like conscripts are managing to hold out. Unfortunately, the AT gun died again. And right now, he has no AT guns. Oh, no. This is like... was it the Brusilov offensive? Brusilov, where it's like the Russians literally had an opportunity to break the Austrian-German lines. There was a giant gap, and they didn't push. Like, this is the German opportunity. This is their time to break on through with really no opposition. You have A Jackson here, but if they actually had, like, you know, a lot of frontline tanks to kind of push on in and just sweep, the Axis would be, I'm sorry, the Allies would be fucked. And right now, that Jackson is about to be fucked. If that Tiger can get an additional shot. Oh, the building saved it. But again, nice. Artillery was able to neutralize it. Unfortunately, oh my god! This is so the Brusilov offensive. They're so fucking close. The artillery is right there. The Tiger literally could have popped both of them. Or another tank if he had something. Jesus Christ. So, oh my god. The Germans were so fucking close to just, literally just breaking apart the Allies. They were so close. IL-2 bomb strike? Oh, he had no idea. Oh my, he's never done it before, so he didn't know. And there goes the Tiger Ace. Wow. Nice grenade. You're probably gonna get another Tiger, but that's definitely gonna be a loss. Oh, wow. That could have been an Axis victory right there. That's so freaking close to just knocking out an Allied player and just being like, oh, I have nothing. He has no manpower, he has fuel, but not enough to get armor. He's just screwed. He's just screwed. But again, it's just, unfortunately, that's again hindsight. Where it's like, I also looked at like PUBG and Steel Division replays where it's like, oh my god, this obvious thing. Well, of course people don't know. Okay, maybe he doesn't care about the Katusha because, Jesus. That could have been better. Did that Panzer Headquarters die? Yep, it did. The heavy Panzer Corps was neutralized by the artillery. Looks like he was trying to repair a little bit. Maybe. Maybe not. But it at least knocked out the artillery piece. God, the artillery piece knocked out the heavy Panzer Corps, and you have to rebuild it. God damn. Anyway, it looks like fighting position trying to hold back the Axis from capturing that point. Unfortunately, we have a giant blob pushing on left. Take the left positions, my god! This giant blob. If I was the enemy, I would do a direct Katusha strike on this. I would absolutely do a Katusha strike. Calliope even. What the fuck was that? Do you guys see the fire? They're like, alright. Just moves out of the way. But now they're being suppressed. Katusha, do your work. Or they're gonna retreat. I like the Panzer Grenadier squad just sitting there like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. You won't hit me. Come on, bro. What are you gonna do, bro? You're not gonna do anything. Tiger tank pushing on up. Very nice job, at least holding them back for the time being. That being said, a lot of infantry and the Panzer Grenadier squad holding back the Su-85. Allies just getting a ton of armor right now. A lot of Shermans. Could be a big push coming up. At least the last push. The Elephant's still over here, which could be a concern. The fact it's there and it can hold back a big charge if done incorrectly. So we'll see how things go. Right now, the Allies still losing. Still losing, mind you. Su-85 pushing on up. Gonna try to get some shots on the Tiger. Now, again, no pack guns on the left. Garcia doesn't have any. Or at least any positioned over there. Tiger tank lost its main gun. Has to pull back. Artillery hitting that region, almost killing the Panzerwerfer. Oh, no. Panzerwerfer, run. Panzerwerfer, run. It's like barely clinging on for life. Opening fire. And where's it going to hit? Over here? Kind of hitting the cover, which is a bad position, but okay. Figure we'll have done a little bit more. Oh, there we go. This could be good. There we go. Knocked out one AT gun. Well, I'm not saying the Axis are done. Because, again, they're still doing quite a bit of damage. I'm just saying they did lose a great opportunity to just break down the Allies. Oh, my God. MG opening fire. pushing them back. Nice job with the grenade, knocked out the AT gun. Once again, the Tiger gets back up, it will have less to deal with. Though, again, we still have this AT gun, and we still have a Jackson. So, you know, have one less thing is still a lot of things on that list. They're trying to hold on to that point for as long as possible, which might cause the Allies and Axis to start losing men kind of uncontrollably because they're just forcing them in. We'll see how things go. Right now, if I was also the... Did you knock out the artillery? Yeah, it looks like that artillery piece was knocked out, which is a shame because, goddamn, he was so close to knocking out so many German positions. So, good job on that. Sherman tank on standby, Tiger tank right there. Let's see, not much. Allies, again, we're pushed back on the right a bit. Pack gun, though, on standby. Again, this pack gun, which they stole, has been doing wonders for them. Just helping them hold. Unfortunately, the Allies are taking a lot of casualties now, and Mastercraft has been burning up a lot of his reserves. Still has a ton of reserves that is still at, you know, full, at his max population. But, hey, he's definitely having a harder time. Allies, though, holding mid. Tiger tank coming around. Oh, boy. This could be their opportunity to really own that Tiger because it pushed up way too much. All AT guns are still in line. Fire! Did quite a bit of damage and didn't really kill anything on the Allied side. So I guess the Allies could call that a victory. Just pushing back that Tiger. Panzerwerfer opening fire. Where's it going to hit, I wonder? Probably AT gun. Oh, clings on for dear life. Jesus. Barely clinging on. You know, that guy's... Oh, no, there he goes. It's like one bullet, he's dead. It didn't even go near him. It was just the sound of the bullet whizzing by his face. The guy just had a heart attack and killed over and died. The end. Grenadiers pushing up a little too much. IL-2 bomb strike missing the point. Again, recon targets that aren't moving and are in the back. AKA like this command tank or something. Or this Panzerwerfer. Or this Panzerwerfer. Something like that. Are the Allies really going to lose this? I feel like the Allies might actually lose this game. Unless they do a massive charge, I feel like the Allies are going to lose. So I'm going to speed things up. Because it's getting to the hour mark, and this is where I start to be like, okay. Panzerwerfer going to come in probably. Yep. Okay, hurt that infantry up front. Artillery pushing back the mortar. More artillery. Elephant pushing up a little too much. Oh, okay. He's trying to counteract the Su-85s. Oh, missed a shot. Come on, Elephant. Missed a shot again. Again, Axis still holding mid. They're doing everything they can to hold mid. And the Allies need to do something quick. Maybe an IL-2 bomb strike? I don't know. Oh, boy. Well, they lost that. And they still have a ton of armor. Oh, artillery strike right on the Elephant. Tiger tank moving on up. Knocked out the Sherman. Good job. Axis doing a fantastic job holding that point. Jackson going way behind enemy lines. Oh, my God. Will it kill something? Nope. Fucks up. Focus on the Tiger, not the Panzerwerfer. And on that note, I have a feeling the Allies might lose this. Holy crap, we're at the hour mark.
The enemy has only 50 points remaining.
Well, shit. There goes that unit. MG moving on up. Panzerwerfer opening fire. Oh boy. Doing quite big against the Allies. Again, that Allied attack could have done so much, but didn't target, like, with the weakest, most vulnerable targets. L2 bomb strike? Yep, misses target. Allies gonna try desperately to grab mid. Su-85 opening fire. Elephant. Focus on fucking... Hold on. Hold on. You don't have prioritized vehicles. Are you fucking insane? 3 Su-85s now opening fire on that thing. He's like, fuck it, spam. And you know what? It will work, probably. Su-85 then using an extendo range to hit the Tiger, I'm assuming. One of them might. Or recon's up so they can see the damn thing. Panzer Grenadiers moving on up. Panzer Warfare Strike hitting the Allies' point right there, knocking out, oh, quite a lot of infantry. Panzer Grenadiers missing the fucking giant Su-85 blob. It's like you figure they would hit that while Dead Carcass saved this Panzer Warfare, but no, can't do anything. Elephant got pushed back because it's a scaredy cat. Panzer Grenadiers finally pushing on up. I'm so confused. Panzer Grenadiers finally moving on in. Would be a great counter if they could murder the Su-85s. Keep chasing. Oh my god, the pathfinding is incredible. If they kill 2 Su-85s, they still will GG. Yep. Alright. And the Axis already got another Tiger. Oh my god, could they really move up and just kill all the Allied armor? God damn. That's 3 Allied vehicles those Panzer Grenadiers have killed. Bundle Grenade kills the MG. They're going to keep pushing up, and I feel like the Axis have won this game, barely. That Elephant, Jesus Christ. Prioritize vehicles so it doesn't fire. I was wondering, like, why is it missing so much? No, it wasn't missing the armor. It was hitting the infantry. Why? Jackson, this AT gun, which really should reposition itself. God damn, that was the Allied game to lose, and they lost it. The Axis, to be fair, could have won it if they probably pushed that point sooner, quicker. But yeah, I'm actually very surprised that the Allies didn't try to like push up and break the Axis. I feel like they honestly could have done that. And I feel like it's gonna be GG at this point. It was a close game, but yeah, I feel like more IL-2 bomb strikes to hit enemy positions would have been better, knock out the armor. That would have really helped you guys out. I love this Jackson going back and forth like, come on, bro. What you gonna do? What you gonna do, bro? You had a lot. I mean, like, you have Calliopes, which turned to a bit of an artillery war, but I don't know. Same thing with the Axis. If you actually had frontline tanks, I feel like, or heck, the Panzer Grenadiers showed just, you know, get something for anti-armor, and that's a little bit more mobile than AT guns. God damn, they'll do quite a bit. MG trying to take that point. Alas. Oh, takes it barely. Again, Su-85's rolling on up. And that's the problem with the Su-85s, is they're vulnerable to AT fire. They did quite a bit, but you have, right now you have nothing stopping. Nothing at all stopping the, what's it called? The infantry rolling on up. Oh, well. It was a good game. It was still a good game. I did not expect the Axis to win, but it was a good game nonetheless. And they're trying their best to push on up. But yeah, more IL-2 bomb strikes, more effective strikes would probably be better. So right now you have so much munitions. And he's not going to move, is he? Oh, wow. That was a little too... Wow. Okay, a little bit more over. Would have been better. But, yeah, that's game. Overall, again, Axis did eventually... Well, no, they never really did. The conscript squad just went back to that position. I feel like another charge on the right could have been effective, again, with a minesweeper. You know, that little thing. In mid, the artillery was fine. I loved you guys killing the Panzer headquarters building. That was hilarious. But seriously, I'm struggling to realize, like, why you guys lost that. I feel like that was your game to lose, and you lost it. You had that opportunity to really break the enemy, and that just didn't happen. And I'm saddened by that. Nazinator got most damage again. I guarantee if I click on his name, wow, 60. That Tiger took 64,000 damage, 65 almost. Jesus, fuck. It did 13,000 in retrospect. Hold on. Nazinator AT guns. I'm assuming 42,000 damage with AT guns. Holy shit, AT for the win. All right, 16,000 damage. How much did that pack gun do? I wonder. The one you stole. Yeah, okay. Wow. Alright. The one pack did almost 9,000 damage. I feel like the pack guns were great. You just need to counteract the artillery, and you guys would have GG'd that game. Yeah, 6. That's, oh my god. The tiger that just wouldn't freaking die. That pack gun didn't fight. This, okay, remember, he used it twice. Again, 9,500 for that. It's insane. The Axis, the Allies did way more damage. Way more. 92,000, almost 93,000, 72. Got a ton of kills. Garcia was the guy who was just slaughtering, though. 380 kills. HS was the weak link. I'm shocked. Absolutely shocked you guys lost that game. With that much damage, you should have pressed. But no, you didn't. You just kept... Again, you just let the enemy build up over time because you never killed the unit. You got close like a dozen times, but they just pulled back. When a Tiger tank gets 65,000 damage, that you know something's wrong. And that's what happened. They just couldn't go in for the kill. And sometimes that's all you need to do. In any case, guys, this game, I want to thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys like, subscribe. This has been Greyshot17. I'll see you all next time. Hello everyone, and before I go, I want to give a special shout out to Joey, Ace, Lobo, Leo, Nick, and Tim. Thank you guys so much for your awesome support. You guys rock and help me do what I do. So thank you, and I'll see you guys next time.